After doing over 189 human design readings, I'm about to save you hours of confusion and endless YouTube rabbit holes. If you're new to human design, forget the complicated charts, forget the overly detailed reports. There are only 4 things that you actually need to know about your human design to start living and working with more alignment. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what these 4 things are, and the last one is particularly helpful if you're feeling lost and you're looking for a sense of purpose. By the way, if you're new around here, welcome. My name is Veronica. I'm a coach and a human design guide, and on this channel, I talk about human design in a way that is simple to understand and easy to implement. So if that sounds good and you'd like to see more content like this, then please consider subscribing. Without further ado, let's dive in. First up, we have your energy type. And let me tell you, this is everything. It's not just one of the 4 elements, it's the foundation that everything else is built on. Think about it like this. You wouldn't build a house not knowing what kind of ground you're building on, right? And your energy type is the same. It's your energetic foundation. It determines things like how you exchange energy with the world, your natural rhythm of work and rest, your most sustainable way of achieving success, and even how you should interact with other people. Think of it as your energetic operating system. There are 5 energy types in the human design system, so there are 5 different operating systems that you could be using. When you use the wrong system for you, it's almost like trying to run Windows software on a Mac. It's just not going to work. And just to give you a quick overview, the 5 energy types in human design are manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, and reflector. I have detailed videos on all of these energy types, so if you'd like to learn more, then you can watch those after this video. Something really cool that most people don't realize is that when you know your energy type, you also automatically know 2 more things. These are your signature and your not self theme. And the reason for this is because these 2 elements correlate to your energy type. So for those of you who are new to the human design lingo, your signature is essentially the sign that you are in alignment. It's a telltale sign that you're staying true to yourself and that you're showing up in your life, in your relationships, in your work as your most authentic self. On the other hand, your not self theme is a sign that you're not in alignment, that you're not being true to yourself, and that you're going off track. So these 2 things are essentially there to give you a gentle nudge and to keep you on the right path. So each energy type has a different signature and a different not self theme. Let me quickly run you through them. If you're a manifestor, your signature is peace and your not self theme is anger. If you're a generator, your signature is satisfaction and your not self theme is frustration. If you're a manifesting generator, it is similar to a generator because you share the same aura, but yours can more accurately be described as your signature being freedom and your not self theme being impatience. If you're a projector, your signature is success, your not self theme is bitterness, and if you're a reflector, your signature is surprise and your not self theme is disappointment. And I'm really curious, I would love to know, do you already know your energy type? If you do, pop it down in the comment section below and say hi. And if you don't, by the way, there is a link in the description box below where you can get your free chart from my website. So if you haven't got a chart already, it might be worth pausing this video, going to grab your chart, and then come back to understand what aspects of your design are worth getting to know better. Now, element number 2 after your energy type is your strategy. Your strategy, like your signature and your not self theme, is also based on which energy type you have. This is your personal how-to manual for moving through life. Let me give you another analogy. Think of your strategy as the rules of a game. When you play by the rules, the game flows naturally. When you don't, it's like trying to unlock a door with the wrong key. You can push and struggle all you want, but ultimately you're just going to exhaust yourself. So your specific strategy tells you exactly how your energy is designed to interact with the world. And when you follow your strategy, you're going to experience so many benefits. You're going to avoid burnout. You're going to be more intentional. You'll have more energy because you'll be using your energy on the right things. You'll feel like you're making progress. You'll feel like you're moving forward instead of always feeling like you're taking 1 step forward and 3 steps back. And you'll experience less resistance. The things that are meant for you will come to you with so much more ease and enjoyment. So, just like before, every energy type has its own strategy. For manifestors, the strategy is to initiate and inform. For generators, the strategy is to respond. For manifesting generators, the strategy is to respond and inform. For projectors, the strategy is to wait for the invitation. And for reflectors, the strategy is to wait for a lunar cycle, or in other words, a 28-day cycle. Again, in this video, I'm just providing you with the overview of what you actually want to be learning about your chart, about your design. If you are ready to learn more about these aspects, then check out the other videos on my channel. Number 3, the third most important thing that you actually need to know about your human design is your authority. And this is where it gets really good. because your authority is your internal built-in GPS for decision making. Most of us are only making decisions by using our minds, by thinking things through, by doing research, by asking the experts, by writing pros and cons lists. But when we do this, we're not actually tapping into our own internal wisdom to make the decisions that are right for us. It's almost like trying to choose a perfect outfit based purely on reviews that we see online, instead of actually trying something on our bodies to understand what fits well and what doesn't, what feels good and what doesn't. Because some things make perfect sense on paper and yet they're not the right choice for you. How many times have you made a decision purely because it seemed like the right thing to do when all along you knew it wasn't a right fit for you, only to then later on realize that you should have listened to your intuition? So what's cool is that your authority human design actually tells you which type of wisdom you are designed to use to make your decisions. And you could have one of 7 types of authority depending on your unique chart. You could have emotional authority, you could have sacral authority, you could have splenic authority, you could have ego authority, G-center authority, mental authority, or lunar authority. And by learning how to use your own source of wisdom, you'll become so much more confident in your own decision-making process, instead of always relying on external approval and validation. And last but not least, the 4th element that is actually really important for you to know about your human design is your profile. You can think of your profile as your natural way of moving through life. And different people are designed to move through life in different ways. So if you picture different people going on a journey, some people will need to research everything before they set off on their journey. They will want to know every detail. Others prefer to just wander and see what comes up as they go along. And others might want to test one path, see how they get on, and then decide whether they want to carry on or pick a new destination. We are all built so differently, and the quicker we embrace that, the quicker you're going to stop being met with constant resistance for forcing yourself to do things in such a way that simply doesn't work for you. It might work for others, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the same approach is going to be a good fit for you. So, your profile is composed of 2 numbers, which give you insights into your innate qualities and challenges. These 2 numbers essentially give you the information of how you naturally learn and grow, of why certain patterns keep showing up in your life, and what role you're here to play in other people's lives. And your profile is so crucial because whilst your energy type shows you how your energy naturally wants to be used, and your strategy shows you the path of least resistance for using your energy, and your authority shows you how to make aligned decisions, to remain true to yourself and to make the right choices as you move through life, your profile is going to show you the most effortless way with which you show up in life, with your most natural traits and gifts. And it also gives you insight into how you see yourself internally, but also how other people perceive you. So the kind of energy that you put out, sometimes unconsciously without even realizing it, but the impression that you tend to leave on others. So if doing something in a way that feels really effortless for someone else, feels like a real chore and fills you with dread, then it might simply be that you're not honoring your profile. So for example, some people are naturally very spontaneous and they learn and grow through trying things out, through experimenting, such as someone with a line 3 in their profile. Whilst others feel really confident and secure and grounded when they have a lot of information, when they have the opportunity to learn and to research and to arm themselves with facts and knowledge. For example, someone who has a line 1 in their profile. So each of the line brings different qualities and different traits and challenges. And knowing your profile, knowing what these qualities are, knowing what these challenges might be, is going to help you not only own your gifts, but also effectively manage any weaknesses and find opportunities for compromises. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this 4th element, your profile, is actually something that I love to work with clients on because it's super powerful. It is intimately connected to your sense of purpose in life. Often we think of finding our purpose as something that is external to us, as this thing that we need to discover or achieve in order to experience the feeling of purpose, the feeling of fulfillment. Actually, profile gives you the roadmap to that feeling of purpose. Because by showing up authentically and by honoring exactly who you are and who you're meant to be, you are inherently following your path to fulfilling your purpose. So it's almost like saying that your purpose isn't something that you need to achieve. is purely becoming the person that you were always meant to be. And think about it, you can't possibly achieve your purpose if you're moving through life following everyone else's path. Because when you do, you're ultimately going to help other people fulfill their purpose, whilst you might be moving further and further away from fulfilling yours. Because if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not giving yourself the permission to be authentic in the way that you show up, in the way that you do your work, in the things that you pursue, then you're constantly going to be moving away from the very thing that you're seeking. Your purpose isn't some external achievement, but it's rather what you're able to create by being exactly who you were meant to be. So, here's the thing about human design that nobody tells you. The true magic is not in the learning about your design, it's in the embodiment of your design, in living your design. And when you try and focus on too many things, you're just going to get overwhelmed. And an overwhelmed mind doesn't take action. This is why, by only focusing on these 4 things in your chart and learning to honor these 4 aspects in the way that you live and work day to day, is the best thing you can do to actually see results, to actually see changes, to actually experience a shift in the way that you feel about yourself and in the amount of ease and joy and excitement that you're going to experience in your day-to-day life. And this is why I feel really strongly about helping people who are perhaps new to human design or who may be familiar with human design but they're not seeing any changes because they're too overwhelmed and they don't know where to actually begin. And the 4 things I've just shared with you are the things that you actually need to learn about your human design to start seeing the changes that you desire. So as always, I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments down below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. And I hope to see you here in the next video. Bye guys.